Welcome to this holiday edition of Better Common Garage. I'm your host, Jesse. Today is Memorial Day. I'd like to start off with a special thanks to all the veterans and all the people who served and lost their lives and gave us our freedoms in this great country of ours. God has truly blessed us through your sacrifice, and we do appreciate that. Today in the garage, we have my dad's what he calls his mud buggy. It is an Escape that has a dead miss, and using my scan tool, it seems to be cylinder number 2, which on this car is the cylinder that is directly underneath the intake, underneath the intake plenum there. And if I had to guess, I'm gonna say that there was a vermin or a mouse, chipmunk, chupacabra, something to that effect, maybe even a chitlin, vicious little animals, got in there, chewed on a wire to the coil or something to that effect, because the mist just started for really no reason. So I'm going to pull the intake plenum off and see what we can find. Hopefully it's just a chewed up wire and I can splice it together and all will be well. Hopefully it's nothing more than that. So let's get started. So I was just getting started in here, and just wanted to show you a couple things. First of all, I don't know if that's a factory option for the Acorns, but I don't think the decon is either. So that might be a clue. So let's just see what we get into here. Huh. Well, let's see. That might be it. Why also? Let's check. Okay, let's plug all this stuff in. Did you see that? This hose here came off of my hands. And if you have a vacuum leak that substantial, that will cause a lot of issues. Let me plug this back in and see if that fixes it. Because if that's the issue, that'll be super simple. Well, shouldn't say that. That'll be, probably still have to pull the intake to get back there to fix it, but maybe. I have an idea. We might not have to. Let's see if that did it. Everything else is plugged back in. I think that's what it was. And still got it. Yeah, it's still got the mint. That is definitely an issue we'll have to fix. All right, I'm gonna get this off and we'll get back to you. All right, we're back. Got the intake cracked off here. We are, I don't see anything obvious, but I gotta do a little bit more digging. Got a hose to unhook here. Let's see if we can't get to it. All the intake bolts are there. The one thing I want to try to fix is that looks like somebody broke that port off of the back of the plenum there and then just RTV'd it. That probably was an intake leak. So that wasn't helping. Let's get this out of here. Well, unfortunately, it's not a broken wire. Maybe it's a dead coil pack. Looks like all the injectors are spraying pretty even. Oh. Let's get something over these ports quick before I drop a gunny sack of junk down in there. At least a ricochet off that. Won't have direct access. I probably could have wiped them off. Yeah, there we go. I'm happy with that. Yeah. Nothing too obvious. All the coil packs are plugged in. I think while we're here, we'll do a set of plugs. Seeing how these ones are the ones you can't get to without tearing all this apart. Goodness. Long enough bolt for 2 coil packs. Okay. That looks just like my F-150 coil pack. If I still have that. See, these ones are all right. But this one up here has a crack in it. But it was saying cylinder 2 for the misfire, which is that one. So, one thing we can do. No, it's got a crack in it. Right there. But I imagine with this amount of miles and this amount of age, yeah, most of them are getting cracks in them. You can test them. I'll have to look up how to. I don't know how to off the top of my head. I think they come. But we might tell the old man to get coils and plugs. See if that'll fix it. And while we're here, I'm going to fix that port on the intake. Looks like he just has a barb fitting stuck in there. That looks like a fix from my dad. RTV is good for some things, but oh, I see. It was just a little brass nipple. Huh. Whoops. So, that'll be alright. No, okay, I see. The plastic port is still in the line. I wonder if I can get that out. See if I can get a port or a pick in there and dig that up. Alright. This is the back side of the intake. This is the port that broke off. Let's see if I can't fix this. I haven't quite decided what I want to do yet. You can obviously buy another intake. Probably drill and tap at and put a brass nipple on there. I've had some success with JB Weld on stuff like this. Haven't quite decided which route I want to take. Drilling and tapping, you always run the risk of getting shavings in the intake, and it wouldn't hurt this thing, but it could. Doubtful, but it could. So. It fits up nice, which would be nice for JB Weld. If I could get it clean enough. And honestly, that might be the route I go, because by the time anything else behind this intake happens and it needs to come back off, this car will be to the point where it's not road legal. So I think that's the route I'll go. Now I just got to figure out how to get all this stupid RTV off everything. Okay. I could put that piece of brass that he had in there. Use that for like his alignment pin. Still been there though. We will try to point it that direction. pretty straight up and down. We will mark at top. Be right back. Welcome back to the Memorial Day special of Better Than Common Garage. So earlier I was working on the Escape, and now I get to go on a tractor parade in this old club. This is a Oliver 1755, and this will be my chariot for today. We're going to take it over to meet up with the rest of the group, and then cruise around in the back roads of Central PA. Should be a good time. Let's see if this old pig will start. As you can see, it's not a show tractor, and but it does work. It runs pretty well. Close you up. Okay. I got my spare hat and cooler because it will be, it is 90 degrees out and sunny. Let's see here. Just like that. I think I'm going to switch hats. Got my sun hat there. I think I'm going to put it on. There's neutral. Let this thing sit and idle for a little bit and warm up. I don't want to do that. Put it over here. Oh yeah. Totally ridiculous. How do I look? Absurd, I know. That solar panel is actually a trickle charger. It works really well. Let's see. Some of the gauges work. Temperature gauge don't work. Fuel gauge, yeah, it's there. It's not terribly accurate. Oil pressure gauge works. That's the main thing. We're not really going to be working it today, so it shouldn't get hot. But let's go for a ride. Put her down in tall gear. Oh, come on. There we go. Just a cruising. 90-degree day. Should be a sweet ride. Give her a little more RPM. Oh yeah.
give you some more room. Just knock them out over here.
Oh, don't worry. This is what you do when your garden tractor is too slow. All right, Pap. We're on Better Than Common Garage. We are on a Better Than Common Garage rescue mission.
That's right. Okay, let's go get her done.
The tractor parade turned out poorly for me. The 1755 developed a fuel leak. So we got Dad's truck and my trailer, and we're going to go rescue the tractor. Go for it.
Okay. More to follow.
Yeah, for sure. Well, the decision has been made. We are going to drive this thing to my brother's house and load it on his flatbed trailer to get it up to my dad's. It's too wide for my trailer. Well, I made it back. We're back working on this. We loaded the tractor up, tried to load the tractor up on my trailer. My trailer's not wide enough to hold the tractor, come to find out. So I ended up just driving the tractor the whole way to my dad's. So it was leaking fuel from the return lines. They have like a little molded T-boot on the return lines that go back up to the tank, and they, from sitting, had dry rotted, and I don't have any on hand, so we couldn't, there's no real good way to fix that without having the right part. So I got the right parts coming. We drove it up there. It leaked a little fuel, not a whole lot, and we'll be making hay with that tractor this summer. So I'm going to put this hog back together. My repair seems to be okay. New coils are in, new plugs are in, and get rid of this piece of junk out of my garage. So that'll do it for me. I hope you have a good Memorial Day, and I'll see you in the next one.